Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. We do not have enough fuel left for the next jump. We're not far off though, only need one. So there's a few things kicking off straight away, isn't there? So let's go and take out this outlaw drone to start with, I think. Now they're all after that car guy, so if I take out the outlaws with him... Oh, wrong gun. Bit too far away for that. A bomber. He's quite strong. Was not expecting that in the slightest. Right, got a blueprint, which is lovely. Interceptor should be fairly weak, yeah. Another blueprint. Energy consumption mod Mark II, that's awesome. And a missile defense system that I'm pretty sure I don't want, so I should just get rid of. Alright, so that didn't go too badly at all, really, did it? Some fuel down there. Gift of the gods, excellent. Some mineable fuel. There's a shield Mark II that I probably don't need at the moment, but we'll look at in a minute. Some mineable stuff in there, some mineable scrap. Alright then, let's take a look at this shield first. Ah, you've got the XC, haven't we? So I don't know if we really want that. Plus ours is already fully upgraded as well with capacity. No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Well, we shall salvage that one. Let's go for the mineable fuel first, because I feel like that's going to be a bit more important for us in the short term. We have enough for one jump, but not for another one. Ah, now I have enough for 2 jumps. Excellent. Some mineable scrap and then a bunch of crystals in there we'll go take a look at. We are in Sector 4 now, at the midpoint. There we go, blimey. At the midpoint, pretty much, of our journey to Sector 7 is what we're after, isn't it? 7. Now, some missile turrets in there that can't currently get us, so that's not a problem. When I say midpoint, we're actually a little bit further than that, aren't we? Which is kind of nice. So when we take this out... Can any of those turrets get us? That one's not far away, is it? We still can't get it. Ah, because he's still protected by the shield. Ah, okay, so we'll just leave that there then. The other shield, we won't worry about that. Some nanobots. We don't need nanobots. Anything need repairing? No. Okay. Well, that's not the worst situation in the world. Another container there with some money in. Some more crystal. So the big news in Everspace land is that the red flicker issue, which has been so persistent and frustrating for us, has now been resolved. How amazing is that? An Oculus update came out yesterday, I believe it was, and has resolved the issue. We no longer have the red flicker. So I spent a little bit of time yesterday just playing around with Everspace, seeing if I could bump up the graphics a little bit so it'd look amazing. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem particularly well optimized. As soon as I try pushing them up to the highs, although you don't get the red flicker causing any issues, it's much of a muchness, isn't it? We'll go for the left route. Although we don't get any of the red flicker causing issues, we do get a lot of, it's noticeably sort of dropping in frames.
If you're willing to take the risk, this area of high-level activity might be worth your while.
So yeah, that has been resolved, which is amazing. Bearing in mind that Oculus support told me that it was a problem specifically with my system, and that I should... Oh my god, you're kicking my ass. What are you? And that I should reformat my PC to fix it. The fact that they've now managed to fix it on their own seems, you know, kind of like maybe it wasn't my problem to start with. And that all the time I had to spend trying to fix things when it wasn't actually my problem was maybe a little bit of a waste. Maybe a little bit of a waste of my time. But there we go. Worse things happen at sea, don't they? We've already got an M3, so we should just get rid of that one, salvage that away. So a couple of mineable things. There's some compound just floating over there we should grab. Fighter, fighter, fighter. Where's that? Did I see a trader around? I did. Let's see what he's got. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating with the red flicker issue, seeing as, you know, when you have someone specifically come out and tell you that this is something that can be resolved by fixing the software, which is generally at fault, and that I've had to struggle with Oculus support. It was very frustrating at the end of the day. Let's just buy all of that stuff, since it actually just costs money rather than anything else. May as well. We're not here for the money this time. Some swarm fighters. And an outlaw scout. Let's go and see if we can take these. What's this? Mineral gas. That's pretty close. So I did try to whack all the graphics up so it looked all super pretty. But that just didn't really seem to be much of an option, unfortunately. Can't complain too much when it's, you know, we're not getting red flicker anymore, but I was hoping it'd be... That does seem to be more related to Everspace itself. Other, I think that's a shield breaker. Other games look spectacular and run a lot smoother than Everspace, and it's one of the things I said previously where people do seem to say that Everspace maybe isn't the perfect VR game, and that maybe some things are better played on a monitor. And obviously you do get the immersion in VR, which is awesome. Really can't complain with that. But it doesn't seem to be particularly well optimized at the moment, at least. That might well change, you never know. Never know. Bit more fuel, we now have enough for 3 jumps worth, which is amazing. Let's go check out this freighter wreck. An equipment transport down there, which isn't much good for us. Some more crystal in there, which is awesome. Some more credits. Some more fuel. And some more credits. Some mineable gas, but I think the crystal's a bit more important to us at the moment, so we'll run in here and get that first. There we go. And this one. And there's a container nearby. Oh, and it's a tech container as well. Fire rate mod blueprint. That is awesome. That is genuinely really awesome. So we've got some really good stuff in this system. Let's get that gas because it's there. And then we'll jump out to the next system. There we go. Alright, where's the jump point? There it is. Obstacle blocks the way. There we go. I'm sure you're all aware by now, but I am... Same in the process of moving house. I should have moved house several days ago by the time the video comes out, but I'm still in the first week since. Ah, the Ancients. Let's see if we can take out the Ancient without... dying this time. Let's build some more missiles. Is it me or does that look a bit more terrible than usual? Slow down. It's all set to medium, where I'm sure it was all on low before. What is it that's causing the text to look so... kind of crappy? It's kind of unusual that... I think it's the effects more than anything. Let's try bumping that up to 140. See how it plays. I was hoping, like I say, that when they resolve the issue, I'll be able to whack it up to... Oh, what are we doing? We're looking in here, weren't we? It looks a bit better. Looks a bit better. Whack it up nice and high and really see some spectacular stuff. That unfortunately wasn't the case. We've already maxed out all of the things we can actually upgrade. Kind of frustrating, I guess. Would be nice if we had something to upgrade with our new blueprints and stuff. And we can't take away things, unfortunately. 0 of 20. Oh no, it takes 0 of 20 to repair, I see. So we could just jump away. And seeing as we do have a particular mission to get to Sector 7, maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea, rather than trying to take on an Ancient who we know when he dies creates almost a little black hole around him and really pulverizes us. So let's do that, actually. Let's do that. This isn't time for bravery. Let's just jump out to the next system. And we'll fight one another day. Okay, another medium risk. There should be a few things around. Did take some damage. Well, how did my damage get repaired? I don't know. A couple of a car fight, lots of wrecks. See, I don't know if you can tell that, but it's not... It's just not as smooth as I would expect. Hello, how far away are you? There we go. I thought you were like 4 kilometers away for some reason. Yeah, I'm going to have to drop the... resolution down again, because that's just... It's not quite the point where it makes you feel ill or anything, because it's being quite so poor. But it's certainly not very usable. That seems a bit better now. So what else we got? Some mineable ore over here. And then all sorts of things kicking off over here. Outlaw Scout is just a little bit too far away, I think, for me to get involved. The G&B are going to take him right out. But he did drop some credits and some compounds, so we will grab those. And then we'll take a look in this service station. He has some fuel. That's fuel, isn't it, I think? Which is lovely. We will grab some fuel, stock ourselves up. May as well whilst we're here. What have you got here? Some processors? I'll take some processors, mate. And some ore. I think we have a lot of ore. We have a lot of ore. So do we need to spend... Ah, solid, let's do it. Power cells. Do I have power cells? I have 17. You take 20 gas. That seems reasonable, actually. I shall do that. I shall do that. That seems quite fair. So did I say there was some wrecks and stuff in this system? Where did I see those two? Not over there where those enemies... Ah, yes, over there where those enemies are. All that stuff over there, look. A few enemies over here. That's one down. Two down. Three down. Excellent. Who dropped something that I didn't get? Energy injector. Mark II. I don't think we really want that. We do have the... No, we don't really run out of energy, though. Should maybe think about using a combat drone at some point. Is that mine? Yeah, let's not have that floating around. Yeah, I mean, really, because like areas like this where there's a lot of stuff going on, it still struggles, even if it's just on medium, the game. I might have to consider dropping it down to low. Should be a little bit frustrating.
Ah, credits.
So do we have any Stupid rock. Clearly I was flying there. Any other containers? Yes, we do. There is one. A jump stabilizer. Counteracts jump suppressors by overcharging the ship's jump drive. That looks really crappy again. I think it's just something to do with the way it loads up, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we want that. I don't really understand what it does, so... It seems we're on a bit of a mission to actually try and get somewhere. I don't want to start experimenting too much with stuff. Do we normally have such music in the game? I don't really recall it having music previously. Oh, they just have to jump in, are they? There you go. That was easy enough. Nothing else has popped up on my scanners, has it? So, let's just jump away then. There we go. We might just be able to make it to Sector 5 then, which is the furthest we have ever got. GMB fighter and the supplies transport. 4 car swarm fighters, and even more swarm fighters. Oh, that's a lot of swarm fighters. That's a lot of swarm fighters, and they're kind of coming this way. So I'm going to just head up towards this supply transport. They have all seen me at exactly the same time. That's terrible. Luckily, the swarm fighters are quite weak. Quite weak indeed. I thought I saw 2 more enemies. There they are.
That's an interesting life form. What is it?
Curiously, I have no data about it.
And is that curious, or is that just useless on your part? Okay, so there's another plasma field over there. Is that the life form he's on about? Not the Akar swarm, but this thing. It is very odd, isn't it? Oh my god, we're taking damage. We're taking quite significant damage, in fact. Being anywhere near that. So we're going to get the hell out of there. We are going to repair ourselves. And then not go near one of those things again. Some mineable ore there, but I'm actually just going to ignore that because we have quite a lot of ore anyway. There is something else. But I'm now jumping, so that's too late. That's fine. Alright, so we flew through Sector 4 there. Oh, hello, story. Story time.
It was only a matter of time before their illegal cloning venture was uncovered.
I forgot that was a thing.
The colonial authorities apprehended them during a raid. They were resigned to see out their days on a penal base. But there was one in the High Command with different plans for them.
Well, what's his plan?
Colonial Fleet Admiral Kryn Gork.
Kryn Gork.
He offered amnesty in return for their cooperation on a covert project. He needed Seth's facilities and Adam's expertise for decrypting the Okar genome. And he wanted it done in secret. The offer was preferable to a prison moon.
I guess it was. Highly suspicious, though.
Another vision. Maybe more clues. There was a high-ranking colonial commander.
Do you recall the name?
He was an admiral, by the name of Gork.
Yes. Kryn Gork is a rather powerful figure in the fleet.
Okay, so the plot thickens.
Okay, that's that little bunch taken care of. Where's this thing? Some mineable ore and an outlaw Weber over there. Let's go take him out and his little drone buddy as well. Not too much boosting because we don't want to run out of energy. Or hit those mines, I guess. Why are there mines around? That's the question. Take a little look-see in here. Couple of containers, lovely. Another combat drone to add to the collection and some credits. Oh, isn't that pretty? I mean, that is something, I guess, as unoptimized as I think the game is. It is very pretty. Why can't I not? Can I seriously not just shoot it to death? That's very frustrating. All kinds of things coming in there. I'm not entirely sure I understand what to do with this suppressor. Clearly something to do with this facility. Oh, I see. There we go. Excellent. Let's take out a few of these things then. Missile defense system plus plus plus. Don't want to get rid of our shield. Don't want to get rid of our track. Do we go? No. No. Is it a reusable thing? It's not a consumable, so I guess it must be. I might go with that, actually. I might go with that. Seems we are getting a few more... few more missiles flying around us.
Okay.
I think that might make sense.
I like that one. I'll add it to my list.
Shield disrupted. Disables the target shields for a few seconds. No, let's scrap that one away. There's a special container in here, and along with a couple more containers. How do I get in here then? Around this end? Maybe around this end. It's going to tell me I need a key, isn't it? Yes, it is. This one doesn't. Damage booster? Oh, we have a damage booster in standard, so let's swap that over. Some nanobots and a new ship color from that one. That's worked out okay. So we need an access key to get into that special container. I don't think I've seen a special container before. So an access key would be rather lovely. But I can't see much else around that might hold it. Colonial turret. Take that little bugger out. Hello, hello, who's this? Who's this? Another one? That little pillock. Alright then, so we should be okay now. A little bit of damage, but nothing major. Another special tech container there that doesn't seem to have... Oh. Access key! So we don't need to brave that thing, we can just skip through here. There's one of those gone. Take out that shield generator, have a look in this tech container.
For leaving all these containers floating around?
Fallen off the back of a long-distance freighter, in all likelihood.
I think that was a joke. I think that was an honest-to-God joke. Oh, we got full fuel, look at that. So there are now 3 special tech containers around. So we would need 3 access keys. So the question once again becomes... where do we get 3 access keys from? Doesn't seem to be anything around here, does there? Can't see anything over there. I might just have to leave it, unfortunately. So I can't see anything else around this system particularly. Yeah, we've just got to have a look around these rocks a little bit, see if we come across anything, but I don't think we are at this stage. Again, it might be one of those situations that you're almost expected to already have the access keys. Which we clearly don't. Maybe there's a device you can get which allows you to open up, to hack into those sort of things. It's going to be a little bit frustrating. I'd love to go onto those special tech containers. In fact, they would have had loads of goodies around. But no, doesn't seem to be anything, does there? Alright. Well, let's call that there then, I think. We've had a look around, we can't find anything, so let's jump to the next system. And call that there. Let's also heal up that little bit of damage we took. Just in case. We have full fuel, so we can now go all the way... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, we can go all the way to the end now, which is beautiful. No risk there at all. Got 9,000 credits as well, which isn't bad for an easy run, I don't think. And only 2 sectors to go until we reach Sector 7, our overarching goal. I suppose if we do manage to muck it up and die, we are doing rather well just in terms of blueprints and stuff, which is really useful at the end of the day. Really useful. Alright, what route do we want to take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, actually we are a jump short, aren't we, in terms of fuel? So much of a muchness, really. Either way is exactly the same, isn't it? So let's just go with the left, because that's how we roll here in the colony. I was going to call it here, but something seems to be going on.
Hey, what's going on?
What is going on?
Been immobilized and is being pulled out of hyperspace.
Why? Why would you do that?
Adam, I found you again.
Oh, this douchebag.
Seth, wait, I'm beginning to recollect.
Oh, really? Good for you. So what is your plan? Where are you going?
I don't know exactly. I have coordinates, that's all. I'm trying to find some answers. Believe me, I want to know what this is all about just as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Interesting. Coordinates.
Ah, do you know that word?
have you done? I'll let you go for now. Try not to cross me again, clone.
Didn't know that I crossed you in the first place, mate.
Well, that was a bizarre conversation. What does it mean?
It appears that you have some history with this individual. Perhaps there is some unfinished business. But we have our mission to fulfill.
It's beautiful, though,
Shall
isn't
we
it?
carry on or theorize endlessly?
That shot there is beautiful. Okay, well, let's do this next jump then. And I guess now we should call that there. Hope you're still enjoying Everspace. I hope you are finding it very much preferable without that frustrating red flicker kicking in all the time. Oh, a bit more story first. All right, all right.
Adam Roslin succeeded in decrypting the Okar genome. The Admiral was satisfied with the work they had done. Now, he could progress to the next stage of his plans. Using the decrypted genome, he wanted to create a brigade of Okar clones.
Oh, dude, no.
To incite fresh conflict between the races. With a new war, he could finally defeat the Okar and establish colonial supremacy in the cluster. The Admiral offered them a part in his scheme, with all its privileges for their ongoing cooperation. Seth Nobu accepted the offer.
Of course he did.
Adam Roslin would not stand for reviving a war.
Obviously, I would
He refused
not.
to take any part in it. But the Admiral had more crude methods of persuasion, injecting Roslin with a controlled cytotoxin. Roslin was given no choice but to comply. Nobu made no objection. His interests were clear.
That son of a bitch.
I
All right,
saw
then.
that Admiral again. Another piece of the puzzle.
Oh my
original
god.
was forced to work on an illegal cloning program. He refused out of principle.
So Adam Roslin did not carry out the task.
It seems they put him in a compromising position. They poisoned him. That's all I remember.
These flashbacks, like scraps of being, are difficult for me to understand. I dwell more in the interconnectedness of things.
Alright then, so we are going to leave that there then. Like I say, I hope you're enjoying Everspace still. I hope you're enjoying our mission to Sector 7. I think we're doing alright. I think we're doing pretty well, actually, in fact. This looks like it's going to be a little tough. There's a couple of elite enemies around. We'll have to blast those with a few missiles, maybe. If you are enjoying it, please do click the like button. It is genuinely very, very appreciated. It really, honestly is. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do that as well. That would also be super of you. We should be around 600 odd subscribers by the time this video goes up, so on the road to 750 and then on to 1,000 after that, so exciting times ahead here at Man of the Antz. If you have any comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I see them. As I said, I'm in the process, or I've just moved house when this video comes out, a few days back. So probably won't have internet at home because of BT, but I will get back to you as soon as I see them. So it might just take a few hours more than usual, is basically what I'm trying to say. I'll obviously also be available on Twitter and all that sort of thing as well, if you want to get hold of me on there. Otherwise, I shall see you next time for a red flickerless continuing adventure in Everspace. Thank you very much for joining me.